Take a breath, the softest one you've taken all week. And before we do anything else today, just notice He is already here. Hey, welcome to Stillness Sunday. Today is different. I am not going to teach anything today. I am not going to give you a tool or a framework or a 5-step anything. Today, I just want to sit with you and say thank you. Not thank you for the breakthrough. Not thank you for the answer that finally came. Not even thank you for the shift. Although I am deeply, deeply grateful for that too. Today, I want to say thank you simply for His presence. For the fact that in the middle of everything, the hard weeks, the waiting, the moments where we didn't know how we were going to make it, He was there. Quietly, consistently, without announcement, without condition. That is what I want to honor today. So however you came in this morning, whether you are still in the waiting or starting to feel the shift, or somewhere in between, I just want to invite you to set everything else down for a few minutes. No agenda, no fixing, no figuring out. Just gratitude, just presence, just this. Can I tell you something I've been sitting with this week? I was in one of my writing and journaling sessions, the ones where I intentionally invite God into the room before I even pick up the pen. And something stops me. Not a dramatic moment, not a loud realization, just a quiet, almost overwhelming awareness of how miraculous it is to simply be connected to God. Think about that for a moment. Out of everything else in the universe, out of all the noise and chaos and confusion and heartbreak that fills our days, there is a God who knows your name. who hears your voice, who notices when you walk into a room, who stays when everyone else leaves, who speaks in nudges and whispers and fresh thoughts dropped quietly into your mind at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep. That is not ordinary. That is one of the greatest miracles of being alive. And I realized I don't say thank you for that enough. I say thank you for the things he does. But do I say thank you for simply who he is? For the fact that he shows up. For the still small voice that has never once gone completely silent, even in my hardest seasons. So today, that is what this is. A thank you from me, from us, for simply being here. Take a breath here and let yourself feel this. I want to talk about the still small voice for a moment, because I think some of us have experienced it and maybe never had a name for it. It is that moment when you are about to make a decision and something in you pauses. Not loudly, just wait. It is the fresh thought that drops into your mind when you weren't looking for it. The one that feels different from the other thoughts. Cleaner somehow. Quieter. Like it came from somewhere outside your own worry and fear and reasoning. It is the nudge, the gentle internal redirect, the sense that you need to call someone, and then you call them and they say, I was just thinking about you. It is the peace that shows up in the middle of chaos that has no logical explanation. The kind that makes you stop and think, where did that come from? That is him. That has always been him. And the miracle is not just that he speaks. The miracle is that he speaks to you personally, specifically, in the language your heart understands. How often do we rush past that? How often do we receive the nudge and forget to say thank you for it? How often do we journal the fresh thought without pausing to acknowledge where it came from? Today, we pause. Today, we acknowledge. Today, we say thank you for every single whisper we almost missed, and every nudge we almost ignored, and every moment of peace that had no business showing up when it did. Take another breath. Let this be a moment of real reflection. I want to give you some options for how you want to participate in the next few moments. There is no wrong answer. Just choose what feels right for you where you are today. If you want to simply receive, close your eyes, let your hands rest open on your lap, and just breathe. Let what you heard so far settle into you quietly. You don't have to do anything. Just receive. If you want to speak it out loud, I'm going to say some words of gratitude in a moment, and I want you to say them with me. Out loud if you can. Let your own voice carry these words into the room. There is something powerful about speaking gratitude out loud. It moves it from thought to declaration. If you are a writer or a journaler, grab your pen right now. If you have one nearby, I am going to invite you to write a few words of your own before we close. Not a lot, just whatever is on your heart. Your own love letter, even if it's just 2 words. Thank you. And write them down. Make them real. Whatever you choose, all of it is welcome here. Slow all the way down. Let's speak this together. These are your words for today. A gratitude version written just for this moment. Say them slowly. Say them like you mean them. Say them like the love letter they are. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the still, small voice that never stopped speaking. Thank you for the nudges I almost ignored and the fresh thoughts I didn't deserve. Thank you for staying in my hardest seasons when I had nothing left to offer. Thank you for hearing me, for knowing me, for choosing me anyway. I am grateful. I am held. I am loved. And I am never alone. pause here. Let that sit for as long as you need it to. And if you're writing, write whatever came up for you just now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. Just honest. Just yours. Just between you and him. Before I let you go today, I want to say something that I think we all need to hear. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a practice. It is a posture. It is a decision you make, especially on the days when it doesn't come naturally, to look at your life and find the evidence of His presence, even in the hardest places. And when you make that your practice, when you start building your relationship with God on a foundation of genuine, intimate, overflowing gratitude, something shifts. Not just in your circumstances, in you. In how you move through this world, in how you hear His voice, in how quickly you recognize His presence. Gratitude opens the door wider every single time. So this week, in the middle of everything you're navigating, I want to invite you to try something simple. Once a day, just once, stop for 30 seconds and say, thank you. Not for the big things necessarily, just for His presence. For the breath in your lungs. For the fact that the line between you and God has never once gone dead. That practice, done consistently and honestly, will change your life. I say that from personal experience. He is here. He has always been here. And He is worth every word of gratitude we can find. Thank you for sharing this Sunday with me. Thank you for trusting this space. And thank you for showing up, because you showing up here tells me that somewhere in you there is a heart that is still reaching towards something greater than the hard week. That is not small. That is everything. I love you for that. I will be right here next Sunday. Take the most gentle care of yourself this week. Whenever you're ready, take one last breath. And say it one more time, just for you, just for him. Thank you for being here. I am grateful. I am held. I am loved. And I am never alone. Take good care. I will see you next Sunday.